Mandukya Upanishad is the shortest of all Upanishads and most powerful of them. It has only 12 shlokas, but these 12 shlokas can take you a lot closer to your true nature. It can be said that this scripture is the greatest of all, not because of it is related to some religion, but because of its knowledge. It shows us the deepest at which thoughts can dive to. So let's get started. First sloka, Hari Om. Om, the word is all this, the whole universe. A clear explanation of it is as follows. All that is past, future, and present is indeed Om. And whatever else there is beyond the threefold division of time, that also is truly Om. What is Om? Om is the sound of God. It can also be said that it is the true name of God. If you break down the whole universe, it is just a bulk of energy, and energy is merely vibrations. If you can go to the base of all these vibrations, or the first sound, the first vibration, it will be Om. It is so significant that not only in Hinduism but most of the religions revere Om as sacred, in one form or other. May it be Omkar, Om, and Amen. I don't know that there is a significant relation between these, but this sure is one of the possibilities, as we know that words and their meaning can change over time. Second shloka. All this is indeed Brahman. This Atman is Brahman. This same Atman has four quarters. So, Brahman is the supreme consciousness or the real self. And here it is said that all of this is indeed Brahman. In reality, all of this is mere an illusion, and reality which exists in this illusion and beyond it is Brahman or the self. Atman refers to the individual soul. In reality, individual soul doesn't exist, but we identify with this particular person, and hence we have a sense of individuality or separateness. We tend to think that we are different from everything, because this is what our senses make us feel. Senses, or more accurately our mind, makes differences. It loves its individuality because without individuality it doesn't exist. But this individual soul is actually the Brahman or the supreme soul. It can be said that the self is experiencing this universe through different eyes and is identifying with those individuals, making this illusion of multiple beings and separateness. It is said that this Atman or individual soul has four quarters, or more accurately, it has four states of being. Third shloka. The first quarter is Vaishvanara, whose sphere of activity is the waking state, who is conscious of external objects, who has 7 limbs and 19 mouths, and who is the experiencer of gross objects. So the first state of being is in the waking state. In waking state, as we all know, we experience the external objects. All that we are seeing while we are awake comes in this quarter. And the term mouths here refer to the openings in our body. The second quarter is Tejasa, whose sphere of activity is the dream state, who is conscious of internal objects, who is endowed with 7 limbs and 19 mouths, and who is the experiencer of subtle objects. So the second state of being is the dream state, and in dream state we have a separate or a different body. We create our own body and experience the dream with it. Is this possible that we create this body, this physical body, to experience this universe too? As we create our own body in our mind in dream state to experience dream state. Fifth shloka. That is the state of deep sleep, wherein one asleep neither desires any object nor sees any dream. The third quarter is Prajna, whose sphere of activity is deep sleep, in whom all experiences become unified, who is verily a mass of consciousness, who is full of bliss and experiences bliss, and who is the door leading to the knowledge of dreaming and waking. The third state we are talking about is the deep sleep. By deep sleep I mean this when our mind is totally blank and we are not experiencing any dream or any thought of any kind. We are just being the observer of blankness or nothingness. In this state we experience total bliss, That's why we love our sleep so much, because we get so much of happiness being in deep sleep. A person can do anything to maintain his deep sleep. We may think that sleep is only a recovery mechanism for this body, but I think that the sleep, especially the deep sleep, is a demo of our true self. Maybe we are just getting a glance of what it feels to be thoughtless, how much happiness can thoughtlessness provide, and how peaceful it is. By being in deep sleep, we can relate to what being thoughtless feels like. Sixth shloka. He is the Lord of all, He is the knower of all, He is the inner controller, He is the source of all. For from Him all beings originate, and in Him they finally disappear. Seventh shloka. Turiya is not that which is conscious of inner world, nor that which is conscious of outer, nor that which is conscious of both, nor that which is a mask of consciousness. It is not simple consciousness, nor it is unconsciousness. It is unperceived, unrelated, incomprehensible, uninferable, unthinkable, and indescribable. The essence of consciousness manifesting as the self in the three states. It is the cessation of all phenomena. It is all peace, all bliss, and non dual. This is what is known as the fourth, or the Turiya. This is Atman, and this has to be realized. The fourth state that we are talking about is the fourth, or the Turiya. Turiya means the fourth. It is not like the other state, or in fact, it is not an illusionary state. It is the real state that we truly are. It is the real self. It is the one who is experiencing, or who is common in all these three states: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. The one thing that is common in this is you. You are the one who is experiencing wakefulness, you are the one who is experiencing the dream, and you are the one who is experiencing the deep sleep. And that you is the fourth state. That fourth state is the true nature of yourself, because waking state can't be you, because you are the one who also experiences dream state. So if you are common in both, then one of them cannot be the truth, because truth has to be eternal, and these two are not eternal, because you can switch from one to other, and if you go to one, the other ceases to exist, and if that state is ceasing to exist, it cannot be truth. Truth is eternal, it cannot be changed, otherwise it would not be truth. So what is the truth? Truth is you, which is common in all these three states. You are the one in waking state, you are the one in dream state, you are the one who is experiencing deep sleep, and that is the fourth state, or the Turiya. You are Turiya, you are Brahman. Eighth shloka. The same Atman explained before as being endowed with four quarters is now described from the standpoint of the syllable Om. Om too, divided into parts, is viewed from the standpoint of letters. The quarters of Atman are the same as the letters of Om, and the letters are the same as the quarters. The letters are A, U, and Ma. Here, it is said that Atman can be related to Om, as Om too has three parts, or three quarters, and Atman too has three quarters, one being the real self, and the other three are the quarters. Ninth shloka. Vaiswanara Atman, whose sphere of activity is the waking state, is A, the first letter of Om. On account of his all-pervasiveness, or on account of his being the first, he who knows this obtains all desires and becomes first among the great. 10th. Tejasa Atman, whose sphere of activity is the dream state, is U, the second letter of Om. On account of his superiority or intermediateness, he who knows this attains a supreme knowledge, receives equal treatment from all, and finds in his family no one ignorant of Brahman. Prajna Atman, whose sphere of activity is deep sleep, is Ma, the third letter of Om, because both are the measure, and also because in them all become one. He who knows this is able to measure all, and also comprehends all within himself. The fourth is without parts and without relationship. It is the cessation of phenomena. It is all good and non-dual. This Om is verily Atman. He who knows this merges his self in Atman